Hi friends, welcome to my channel. As you all know that all my recipes are inspired from what I've been eating throughout my life, and all recipes have got some great memories that I would also share with you whilst I'm cooking. I think I've told you this before that cooking was something that I never actually liked, but it's only in the last few years that I've actually taken quite a liking towards cooking. So today I'm going to share with you a recipe that is a favorite within my family, and it is something that all my cousins, my dad, were really used to love, and it comes from Goa, okay, and it's going to be inspired by the spices, etc., from Goa, okay. If you don't have certain spices, then I'm going to suggest some alternatives as well, okay. So we are going to make Clams Sukka. So Sukka means dry, okay. So I've taken some clams here. Again, just take based on how if you like them a lot, then just take a lot more. What I've done is I've just cut it open into half, so this is kind of like the flesh, and I've taken the shell part as well, okay. And then I'm just going to go through the ingredients, just wash it well, and then kind of like just keep it aside. So we've got for this much clams, I've got about grated coconut. This is about 1 tablespoon of it, okay. If you're going to double the quantity of this, then just double the quantity of the coconut as well. If you're not a big fan of coconut, then what I would recommend is try and reduce half of it, so it just gives it a little bit of a taste, okay. Then we're going to be using some I've taken 2 garlics here. What you need to do is you need to chop them up, okay. Then this is half an onion, okay. I've kind of like chopped it really fine, as you can see. I've taken 1 green chilli, okay. I've just taken a little bit of coriander leaves, okay. There's some salt to taste. Now I'm going to talk about this very important ingredient. This is called as Sola in Konkani, so it's from Goa, okay. Now this is quite traditional, okay, used in Goan cooking, but if you don't have this, you can use tamarind instead of this. This does give it a little bit of that flavor, a bit of that kick, okay. Now the spices that I'm going to use for today's cooking is going to be some red chili powder, okay. Now again, it's based on taste. If you like your food spicy, then I would say add a bit more. If you don't like it spicy, then I would just say, if you can see this spoon, I just use like a little bit of it, so just maybe like 2 or 3 pinches of it, really, okay. And then what I've got here is called Samar powder as well. So Samar powder is basically, it's a mixture of coriander seeds, red dried chilies. You just fry it together and then you let it cool. Then in the same kind of like pan, just add a little bit of oil and add some mustard seeds and some fenugreek seeds, and kind of like again fry it together and then let it cool, and then just add a little bit of turmeric powder to it and grind it together into a fine paste. If you don't have this powder, or if you don't want to make this powder, then what you need to use is, you need to use some coriander powder. Again, as I said, a spoon like this, 1 spoon for these many clams should be enough, and then some turmeric powder if you don't want to kind of like make the sambar powder mix. So this is all the prep done, okay, and now I'm just going to go through the cooking process, okay. So I decided based on the quantity of the clams, I just took 1 garlic clove and just chopped it like really fine, as you can see in this here. And what I did is I took all the ingredients, and you can take like a saucepan, you can take whatever you want, whichever is easier for you to cook. And I just took all the ingredients. Remember, this particular recipe does not use any oil, so it's quite healthy, okay. I took all the ingredients and mixed it up, okay. And then what I did is I just added half a cup of water. Now the reason why we put water is because of the onions. So let the onions cook, okay? Put it on a low flame, okay? And once you mix everything together, just cover it and just put the lid on and just try and cook it. Keep checking it maybe in 10 minutes. And once the onions are done, then your dish should be ready. Okay, so let's see where we are with our clams. You can see that the clams are actually cooking really well. We can see that the onions are getting cooked, okay? What we need to do is let it cook a little more, let the onions soften a bit, and then we'll try and, you know, get dry it a bit so that the water kind of like dries up, and then that's the one that's going to give us the taste, okay? See that our clams are ready, so let's plate it up. I've just taken a bowl and I'm just going to add this. You can see the beautiful aroma and the lovely colors coming out. Just looks awesome. Again, with this, this is really healthy because we haven't used any oil. Okay, the clams have been cooking in onions and all the spices that we put in. Now, have it either, you know, just like that as a starter or as a meal. Have like a baguette or something on the side, or you can just have it on its own with some salad. Entirely your choice, but smells and also tastes amazing. There we go, that's the finished product. You can garnish with some coriander, anything that you feel like, but this is the finished product.